Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back for another video. Today it's another Saturday. It's another dungeon in the 101 series. It's basically just me running every single dungeon in Classic, TVZ, and Lich King 100 times, and then one more time showing guys the route and at the end the loot. And today we have another dungeon, of course, in that series, and it's a pretty interesting one because it's not one of the dungeons that I've actually been doing a lot of. And there's a bunch of loot in here, as you're gonna find out at the very end. But before we go any further, what dungeon is it? Dire Maul is called the Warpwood Quarter, I think. But it's located over here in Kalimdor, over here at the left. Sorry, can't do my right and left. It's in Foralis here, and then it's in here in this big destroyed Colosseum looking like structure, as you can also see it over here. But let's just jump into the instance. Let's just run it, and I'll talk to you. Like, I'll tell a few chips. I'll tell you a few tips. Wow, a few tips along the way, and then I'll show you guys to do it at the end. It's quite a long dungeon. So if you don't skip a few parts of the dungeon, you actually not gonna be able to make it within the 6 minutes. And you know probably from previous video that is what I'm aiming for. 6 minutes per dungeon at max. Unless you don't care about the timing. But because of the dungeon lockout, you're only able to do 10 runs an hour, and if you divided that down at 6 minutes per run, so that is what you're going to aim for. Also, again, I would recommend, as I always would, for you guys to be a druid. If you're not a druid, then you're doing something wrong. I've actually messed it up now here because I've already started the timer a long time ago. But this is about, yeah, I think I do it in about 6 minutes. Actually, sometimes it can be 5.5 if I'm more concentrated, but about 6 minutes with my speed set. You can see here how fast I'm running. I do have a pretty good speed set, I'd say, and so I do run pretty fast. I run faster than a ground mount. So if you don't have the speed set, you might, well, messed it up there. God damn it. So you might have to figure out some other route to do, or just skip a few mobs at the very end at least. But this is how I do it. And if you are somewhat as fast as me or even faster, you can obviously do more. But why should you do this dungeon? As I said at the beginning, there's a lot of loot in here, and you're probably gonna notice in just about 4 pools or something that my bag is, like, my inventory is gonna be filled up, because I have so much stuff in my bags actually. So it's gonna be taking a while to go through them all at the very end. But there's a lot of loot in here. You can see there's another one of the pieces I'm actually keeping, because there's a lot of these kind of loot, like 2.3, 2.5, and like up to like 5. There's a lot of these loots in between there. But before we go any further with the dungeon, there are 4 spawn locations for chests. This one here is actually a great example for me to actually start talking about the chest, because this is the first location of the chest. So that is one. You can see that one was locked. I have scroll of unlocking because I'm inscription. You can do it on a rogue if you want, but I wouldn't recommend doing it on anything else than a druid. But yeah, keep your scroll of unlocking with inscription. Makes it so much easier to get the chest. Another spawn location for the chest is actually here. So that's the second location. There is 1 chest guaranteed per run, and that's 4 spawn location. So yeah, I'll tell you the last 2 days coming downstairs. You could see there's like a lot of the small flowers over there spawned. If you already passed, because if you're running fast as I do, if you're running here and it'll spawn behind you, I don't turn around and kill them. I just keep going. But if they spawn ahead of me, so I actually can kill them on the way, then I will obviously do it. Also, keep in mind, here somewhere, there's a stealth mob patrolling. So if you don't kill them, and like if you are in combat, oh, that was my loot. And if you are in combat, you cannot dream walk at the end. So make sure you kill all the stealth mobs if you notice that you are in combat. And there's one over there, and there's also one in here somewhere. Just be aware of the stealth mobs, really. I'm actually surprised my bag is not filled up yet. You could probably see when I just quickly opened it there that it's pretty filled. Yeah. Another spawn location for chest is over here, and that's the third, and I think the fourth is actually over here as well. I'll just jump closer. It's actually right here. So those are the 4 spawn location that you can get chests in. So keep an eye out for those because they can drop your gold loot. And there's a stealth mob in here, as I said as well, that you can also that you should kill if you don't want to be in combat because you cannot use your dream walk if you are in combat at the very end. So that is a bit of a problem because they are in stealth and they're not going to go out of stealth unless they engage you or hit you. So they will take a while for them to actually come to you if you engage them, but not like hit them or kill them. But yeah, in here there's also a stealth mob, but it patrols, so it's probably out here somewhere now, since it's not in here. Here is where you should make up your time. If you don't like, if you were super fast, you can probably clear most of it. But if you're not, this is where you're making the time off. You probably saw I didn't kill the where is it? Oh, this is so long. Okay, well that was the boss. There's 2 bosses, or that there's one way that I didn't go, and there's one boss I didn't kill, which was up on the 2nd floor before I went downstairs. So there's also 2 places that you're not going for saving time. In here, you have to speak to this tree here as soon as possible. I shouldn't even have killed these mob over here. I should actually just have killed these, talk to this guy, and then run over there and kill these. Because this guy is gonna go down to the door down here. You can't see because he's in the way, but he's gonna open that door down there, and then he's gonna, well, he's basically gonna sacrifice himself. So, and then he's gonna open the door for you guys. So if you don't talk to him, you have to go back and just waste time. And in here, I don't kill all these mobs in the outer corners, especially not these single ones here. I basically just zigzag through these from these small ones here. So kill these, go over there, kill those, and then I kill these 3 trolling here as well. And then obviously, if there's anyone in the way from the one pack to another, I've killed them as well. But basically just zigzagging from pack to pack. You can also just clear one side and then go back to the other one, but that's up to you. But after this one, there's actually not that much left. Yeah, the door is open. You're just gonna run through it. You're gonna run down to the last boss, which is down here. A funny way that you can see whether you've actually been fast enough or not is by this patrolling guy down here. Usually when I've finished my run, he's over here at the left side. So I'll probably reach him right here, and then I can kill these 2. If I'm slow, he might have gone over here, and then I would kill him with this guy. But usually, if you're fast, you'll kill him on the left side of when you're coming out there. I wasn't today because I've obviously been showing you guys a few things. But you're just gonna jump down, kill these last few packs, and then you're actually finished. I think this shield is actually pretty decent. No, never mind. Some of the shields in here are pretty decent. But this is the last pack, and then the last boss, and then you're actually finished. Another thing, I didn't use it that much because I didn't do it within 6 minutes. The route that I've just showed you guys here, without using it. But you can buy yourself your swiftness potions, sorry. Which is obviously going to help you a little bit with movement speed, but you cannot use them if you're above 50. So keep that in mind. You have to be below 50, but I am 45, so I can actually use them. But once you're here, dream mark out, dream mark in, you'll be outside the instance, and you're just going right back in. So pretty easy, pretty long. A lot of loot. Actually, I'm going to show you now, which is the most exciting, and probably what you all been waiting for. So let's just sell up here, and as you can see, there is a bunch of loot. These have actually gone down significantly because they were actually 2.8, no, 1.8 just recently, but I'm just gonna delete that one then. This is what I'm left with. As you can see, there's a lot of flowers up top here. These being the most interesting one, the fell cloth. You get a lot of these. Yeah, 410 of now. The prices on my server is ridiculous. It's 400. That probably should be like 200 as market value. So it probably like half the price here. But yeah, 400 a piece here for Felcloth. That's really, really good. So you're gonna make a lot of gold from just selling flowers. I think these one here is also like 17. Yes, you can see there. So there is some of these flowers is pretty decent. 4,000, almost 5,000 in living essence as well. I just kept them all, and I'm gonna sell them all. I think I calculated, so that was like 235,000 in the flowers with the Felcloth's current price. So that's a bit of gold you're just gonna make on the side while farming for all these glorious pieces down here. But let's run through the pieces and let's see how much gold we actually make at the end. Yeah, we already did cover these. They're pretty bad now. 200 gold. I probably won't even post them now, but they were actually all the way up to like 8,000 gold when I actually got them the first time. But now they're all the way down to 200 gold. Someone is probably tired of having it, so was just selling it off nothing. But we'll see. Maybe the price is gonna go up again. I don't know. Cloak, 4 of them, 3.4 thousand gold, pretty decent. Another cloak over here. There's actually 5 of these, but 10,000 gold. These are set first. There's actually a really popular set, but I don't know how the cloak fits in with the rest of the set. But yeah. Then I have some leggings here, which also have a matching chest piece. But these almost 2k. I got 5 of them. Same with the chest piece, almost like 3.3. I got 5 of them as well. Got another chest piece here. That's a lot of chest pieces here. I don't know why these are so like the chest pieces in here are so good, but apparently there are. Almost 5k for this one. Oh, I have messed something up here. Great. Oh, this is probably just one of the random ones then. The stone cloth robe. I got 3 of those. The stone cloth robe. You can see this one as well, and I think these one here as well. There's a lot of these stone cloth sets. Well, not set. There's only one set, but there's a lot of these items in here. So you might have to look at the prices to see if any of the other pieces from the set is worth it. Mine on my server they were not, unfortunately. But yeah, stone cloth rope, 2k. Another chest piece here, almost 2k as well. Got 3 of those. The chest piece we covered. Another stone cloth vest here, 4k. I got 5 of them, so that's pretty decent. I got 6 of these pieces right here, which is almost 6k. That's pretty good. Another chest piece, also 6k. I thought this was a chest piece, but it's actually a rope. But yeah, again, 6k for well, a chest piece, a rope. So so a lot of chest pieces here. But as you can see, it's like almost there's 4, 6, 3, 2. That's not the best, but it's pretty decent, and like it all adds up at the end. Got another headpiece, which is actually the same set as the chest piece here, which is 5,000. Got another chest piece, golden one here, 2.5. Then we already did cover this one. I thought it actually was the same as this, but it wasn't. It's actually a different one, but this is almost 5,000, and then another one here, which is also almost like it is 5,000. This one here as well, Ember Silk. There's a lot of other pieces for this particular set in here as well. Again, wasn't worth it for me on my server, unfortunately, but that could be worth it on your server, so keep that in mind. So Ember Silk and the Stone Cloth, those are the 2 sets you're probably gonna need to look out for. Got a pair of, well, 2 pair of belts here, or 2 belts here. A belt is not a pair. A belt here, 2 belts. 3.2, which is pretty decent, pretty good value. A pair of braces here, 1.3, 1.4 almost. Not the best, but it's alright. These boots here, obviously you can't really see how they're looking because I'm walking. I'm sorry. I got 6 of these, 3.2 almost, so that's pretty decent. I got another belt here, which is 3.4 almost, so that is also pretty decent value. And then again, going into the blues, most of the blues here is actually not that good. You can see these, almost 2k, not the best. I got 4 of them. Sword here, well, yeah, a sword that almost looked like a dagger, but that Blizzard said is a sword, so we're gonna say it's a sword. almost 2k, not the best either. Luckily, some of these other blues here is more interesting. I say that, and then we get to another almost 2k blue. But 2k again there, 4k for this axe here. A bow here, which is kind of basic looking, for 6.2. A back piece, a cloak for 6.5. A rope, pretty good looking rope, I would say, 10k. Another axe, which is again pretty boring if you ask me, but people pay 10k for it, or is listed for 10k at least. So hopefully it'll sell for that price. Then we have this staff right here, which is pretty decent looking, I'd say. There's a lot of variants of this one though, but this red one here is pretty cool. 15,000. Then these boots here is actually pretty interesting, because I got 4 of them, and they are 65,000 gold on my server, 50,000 in market value. Those are pretty good. I like them. 4 of them is quite insane, but we'll take it. And then I have probably the most interesting piece here, because this piece right here is really cool. That orb flowing around it is not an enchant on anything. I haven't done anything with this weapon, so that is just actually how the weapon is. I don't even know. It's just okay. It's just in the side, but that's pretty cool. That's probably one of the better items I've got. Is also 60,000 and market value of 60,000. So that's pretty cool. Then we have 2 epics. We got this one here, a maze. I think I've gotten this before, but it's nothing too interesting. It's not that special, I'd say. For 13,000, that's pretty decent. And then we have this staff right here, an epic staff, which is 42,000, almost 50,000 in market value. So that is pretty decent as well. I believe that's actually a leveling staff, or like one of the Halum or Aldum, I don't know how to say that word, staffs that is actually kind of looks like this one. I don't know if it's 100% the same, but it's kind of the same, if I remember correctly. So I don't know how well this is gonna sell, but at least 42,000. So hopefully it will sell for that price. But that was basically everything that I gotten from this dungeon. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this recipe as well, but that's a 5k recipe. But that was basically everything that I received. I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot more of these, a lot more items, but I had to sort it out because obviously you can see there's not much space left. But I had to sort a lot of things out, so I've sold a lot of things also because they were good on my server. But now here, as I was about to make the video, the prices has gone down, and they were not worth it anymore. So I had to sell off a lot of stuff. I actually had almost 2.5 guild tabs filled with loot from this place, including the flowers, of course. So probably like 2 full tabs of just pure loot, pure transmog pieces. So you get a lot of loot from in here. But these are what I deem worthy for to post on my auction house. Deem worthy, that sounds so dramatic. But these are the ones that I'm actually keeping, and I'm actually going to post on the auction house. And all in all, it's pretty good, I'd say. We of course is going to use this macro that I have to see the market value on all these pieces to see how much gold I'm actually standing to make. And you can see 830 almost, 830,000, which is pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie. It's not one of the best dungeons, but it's definitely not one of the worst either. Is in a good middle ground. I was actually surprised at how many items that I kept. Also, as I said, with 2 guild banks filled with loot. Not guild banks, but guild tabs. So it's a pretty good dungeon to fill up the auction house. There's a lot of these items that I do not even have on the auction house. So there's going to be new items, new potentials to make extra sales, of course. And then, of course, all the flowers, which has ended up being quite a bit of gold compared to the whole thing here. So yeah, it's a pretty good dungeon. I'll definitely recommend it. I don't think it's a very common dungeon. I haven't actually heard of people doing it too much. That also might be an explanation why it's so good on my server, because nobody doing it. But it's a pretty good dungeon. I mean, I like it. It's fun to run. it's interesting because you're always getting something, something of value, something that's popping up when you do the praises. So you're never bored in it. I'd say. But that was basically it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave it a like. It helps me out a lot. Comment if there is anything that I missed out on. I probably mispronounced so many things, so you can correct me there if you want to. But also, if you have any questions, if there's anything you need help with, if there's anything you're wondering about, just ask in comments, and I'll do my best to answer and help you out. Make sure you subscribe as well, because there's a lot of these videos coming. There's already a lot of them posted, but a lot more will be coming in the future. I'm doing every single dungeon from Classic, TBC, and Lich King. So a lot of these will be coming. And also, make sure you go over to my Twitch, because I do live stream every single week. I do 4 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Hopefully, some of those times will fit into your schedule as well. Because then you can come over there and ask me questions as well. Hopefully you'll follow me as well. That's obviously not a requirement, but I'll appreciate it very much if you did. But other than that, there's nothing much else to say. Then I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and yeah, just enjoy your day. Goodbye.